All right, welcome back to the show. Let's just dive right into the business of today. And before we do that, actually, an announcement. We had a predict and win on WhatsApp yesterday, and nobody won. Sadly, it was the England-Senegal game. I'm sure nobody predicted 3-0 to England yesterday, so nobody won that one. But better luck. We're still doing it throughout the World Cup, so there'll be more this weekend and more next weekend. And of course, you might be lucky. And of course, we're spreading it both on WhatsApp and on Twitter as well. So let's see what happens there. So let's go into our review of action from yesterday. Let's start with France against Poland. But I was totally disappointed with Poland. Actually, it was a poor performance. Yes, France had the quality and they showed it at the end of the day. But the Poles were very, very limp and very, 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 very unconvincing.
Oh well, I'm surprised you're disappointed, or you were disappointed. For everyone who saw Poland, Argentina would have a fair idea of what to expect from Poland when they faced France yesterday. And for Poland, I think they did have their moments during the game. Yes, they didn't go all out flying. Yes, of course, they didn't have the quality to actually match France, player for player. And for France, it was a game everyone did feel that they were going to win, the defending champions. And with every match, France have actually improved in this competition. And it was clear to see yesterday. It was nice to see Olivier Giroud as well, getting his 52nd goal, international goal for France, and becoming the country's highest goal scorer. And for Mbappe, well, I'm not stopping this young man. A brace yesterday, 2 well-taken goals. Although you'd question the positioning of the Poland goalkeeper, but overall, I do feel it was a match everyone felt France were going to win, and at the end of the day, they were quite comfortable.
Let's talk about those 2 players you mentioned. Let's just look at them in depth now. Let's start with Olivier Giroud. Where does he rank? The man has had a fantastic career. Yep. Leading goal scorer for France, won the Champions League, won league titles everywhere, won the Europa League with Chelsea, he's won the Serie A with Italy, with AC Milan. Where does he rank in the annals of great strikers? Would you call him one of the greatest, or just a player who was very lucky with his career? Scored some fantastic goals too.
Oh yeah, great. I would say no, but he's had a very, very decent career to be fair, and I'm quite happy for him. Like I did say on the show yesterday, that despite the criticism and word of view, in France, it should be seen as a mini god, basically, because he's not such a flamboyant player, maybe because he doesn't dribble and word of view, he just simply gets the job done. And the height of modesty is just what I like about Giroud. He's not the one trying to chase stats or word of view. He's just out there to enjoy the football and get his job done. Maybe in a few years from now, a lot of our football fans will look back and say, possibly they were so unfair to Olivier Giroud. He's been grossly underrated.
And unsung hero. Not so much these days, but yeah, he's gone through a lot.
I think it will be more posterity being favourable to Olivier Giroud than, because we're looking at him now and we're seeing Mbappe, we're seeing Haaland, and Benzema. Well,
he does have a strong player. Let's put it that way.
He scored some crazy goals.
Time. And that was fantastic. Yeah.
Not a bad striker at all.
I mean, to be honest, he's not the type to be flamboyant with his feet and what he does, but sense of positioning, always having an eye for goal, and always, his sense of positioning too is something that we don't really talk about. And we've seen a lot of players always struggle with how they position themselves with regards to anticipation, and also having a high football IQ. But Olivier Giroud is one of those players. He's always just found a way to just go by and just keep stacking figures, even though he's been much maligned, even by some of the French supporters too. To be honest, let's not even forget when Benzema was throwing shades at him way back when. So Olivier Giroud he's someone you can say he has paid his dues, and he's reaping the benefits of all the years of hard work against all odds and whatnot. I'm excited for him. I was really happy. You should have seen how I was just yelling yesterday on the show when he scored that goal. I'm happy for him.
That's what we can say is one of those late bloomers.
Basically. Maybe that's a good way to describe him actually. Let's go to,
because the older the better has become.
Exactly. Let's go to Mbappe now. I mean, the world is at his feet.
23 years
old. He's just 23. He has 9 goals in the World Cup. Who says he has the edges on his side for him to go to 2 more World Cups? And if he continues to score at this rate, who says he can't be the all-time leading scorer in the World Cup once his career is over?
Oh, barring injuries.
Fair enough. But he's hardly ever, injured for such a long time.
But sometimes, we see, the prayer is, or the hope is, Mbappe doesn't burn out.
Fair enough.
He started very early. You look at the fact that while at Monaco, he showed that team at PSG as well, a lot of responsibilities at this moment. Now, even with the French team, if he stays fit, if he doesn't burn out too soon, if he takes care of his body, well, I do feel he's one of those guys that will break records going forward. But now, let's just enjoy the moment.
Let's enjoy the moment.
Let's pressure.
Watch a fantastic player playing some good football at the moment. Let's remind you that you can reach us at any point. Call us on 0700 923 923 923 0700 923 923 923. Also on WhatsApp at 081 7313 6193 081 7313 6193, and of course you can watch us live on Facebook at Inspiration FM 92.3. Leave your comments under the live feed and we will read it on the show. Let's just take some phone calls and messages before we go back to our review. Hello, good morning.
Yeah,
good morning. What's your name?
Moses here.
Moses, how you doing?
I have this luxury of just calling briefly this morning before I go to see my students for lectures.
All right, go ahead.
That boy, Mbappe reminds me of Platini. At 27 international career. Because he started very early, he was an early bloomer. I told you on Saturday that this is no room for shock anymore. The second round is almost going to, but I have a sense or a hunch that if Japan beats Croatia, would that be a shock? Or the unthinkable Korea beating Brazil?
I think Korea beating Brazil will be a bigger shock.
Obviously, you are saying the obvious. Tomorrow, Switzerland will play fast Portugal, and the last second round war. But I think this level of the World Cup is my 11th World Cup. It's immune to shocks. That's why I'm not surprised that South Africans will not learn to respect England. There is this rudeness among some Africans. They have to beat them on their something level using big and bias. You know the thing that African teams can beat England. No African team has ever and will ever beat English national team senior team. I think Senegal a good one yesterday. Have a nice day, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Moses. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. And hopefully we can get you into the studio. Actually, I'd like to pick your brain on a few things. Let's go to Facebook at Inspiration FM 92.3. This one here is from Anita Samuel, who says, morning guys in the studio. I was skeptical on France for the trophy, but they are beginning to prove me wrong. It is really bad how England couldn't score against USA, but scored 3 against the African giants. So sad. Good day ahead, fans. Thank you very much. And HSA Daniel says, I saluto. Good morning to everyone in the studio. Thank you very much. Messages here on WhatsApp. Kudus says, good morning guys. I'm happy for England and Holland. Wish Japan and Brazil all the best. Yes, Kudus will sort you out. Sorry about that. I want to show Steven. Yes, we will sort you out today. Don't worry about that. We've seen your details and we'll sort you out today. And Francis Furuhashi from Yokohama says, very proud of my country and the performance in this World Cup. Japan are going to bring it home. Hope you know who this Furuhashi is. You know who this Furuhashi is?
I'm guessing. I think I do.
We should know who this Furuhashi is.
Yes.
He's been on Japan's cases before the World Cup. Alright, let's go to England against Senegal. People have said it. The Senegalese were quite disappointing actually, dear.
I mean, we expected them to do this. To all those, who were trying to show support and solidarity for the African brothers, I really do not understand why you would, want to go against the odds and put yourself in that sort of position. On paper, England, the difference in quality was always clear to see, and the team actually showed it on the pitch, on the field of play. Senegal were lackluster. They could barely even, hold the ball together. The midfield was absent, and England was just there to capitalize on all the mistakes. Look at Senegal, even fumbling the second balls and whatnot, just handing England a lot of room to operate. And kudos to all the players, especially in the midfield. Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, what a fantastic player, young 19, absolutely. And he has his whole future ahead of him. I can't wait to see clubs fight, to get his signature in the coming months. And also Jordan Henderson, a player who's not been having the best of seasons on his club side, but was able to show his leadership qualities in that middle. I mean, really held his own. And to the guys up front, Bukayo Saka, Harry Kane finally gets on the score sheet. It was a good victory, comprehensive one. But the true test lies ahead because they booked a spot against France. That is going to be their toughest test so far. A lot of people will say England haven't met strong sides, but let's see how they navigate their way. But with regards to the Senegal game, kudos to Gareth Southgate. We criticized him a lot about some of his decisions, but I think he did a good job yesterday.
If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button for more. Leave a comment and like. Thank you.